Jury selection continues in the murder trial of Idaho mom Lori Vallow Daybell. She's accused of killing her two kids after she and her husband became obsessed with doomsday religious beliefs.
And it has been a long road to justice that started right here in Hawaii 3 years ago when Lori was arrested on Kauai. Tonight, we hear from the prosecutor who found himself at the center of that national case that zeroed in on the Garden Isle. Kauai is a place many go for a fresh start, but for newlyweds Lori and Chad Daybell, the smiles hid a dark secret as they arrived on the Garden Isle in early 2020.
So I think there was this romantic misapprehension among folks that Kauai would be a place that they could just go and disappear and people would forget about them.
It wasn't long before then Kauai prosecutor Justin Kohler got a call from authorities in Idaho about Kauai's new neighbors, asking for help because Lori's kids, Tylee and JJ, were missing.
It quickly became pretty apparent that the kids were not on Kauai, but that Lori and Chad were.
The couple settled into Princeville, but it was becoming clear their troubles back in Idaho were quickly catching up to them.
Every movement was followed either by folks in law enforcement or folks in the community. Their locations were essentially always known to us.
There wasn't anything police could do initially until Lori missed a court deadline in Idaho to prove her kids were okay. That's when Kauai police made their move, arresting Lori. Kohler successfully presiding over her extradition to Idaho, where the kids were still considered missing.
Well, of course, we are also hoping against hope that Tylee and JJ are out there somewhere.
Chad followed Lori back home. The last time we would see either of them in Hawaii, it wasn't until later that we learned the worst. JJ and Tylee were found dead on the Daybell's property in Idaho. Now, both Lori and Chad facing murder charges. 3 years later, Kohler's proud of Kauai County's small role in bringing justice.
Law enforcement's long arm reaches the islands as well, and that's just a fact of life, and I don't see that ever changing.
And that evil can run even all the way to Hawaii, but can never hide.
I don't think that sits well in any community, but certainly not a community like Kauai, where ohana means everything, where family means everything, where that type of presence in the islands has never been welcomed. I don't think it ever will be.
And both Lori and Chad's former spouses were also murdered. Lori and Chad are facing separate trials. A judge took the death penalty off the table in Lori's case, but if convicted, Chad Daybell could still face the death penalty.